the Duck is going live as well.
No, it's going quiet.
It was Ed the Duck, he went live, unfortunately.
You're going to use up water bottles. Very rarely. Okay.
Squack, so here we are.
I generally fill them about 2/3 full and squeeze the air out.
The year is 1137. We are now Emperor Hubert, the Sword of the Blessed Virgin, as those of you who watched us go on crusade in the last thing will have known. Unfortunately, we seem to have lost a lot of France to Valentia in a freak incident involving the everything. And I currently have a truce with the King of Valencia, I think. Let's go and check who is the King of Valencia. Yes, I do have a truce with him. So, do I have... Is Bordeaux in Aquitaine? No, of course it's not in Aquitaine. Nothing is in Aquitaine. So, I don't have any de jure claims for me. So, can I find somewhere that's not in a defensive pact against me, and that...
Do you get plenty of defensive pacts yourself?
In theory, yes.
Not just the things that other people do against you.
It is, in theory, a thing that I can do. But mostly what I'm looking for is somewhere that's not in the defensive pact against me, where I can send my Chancellor to go and try and, like, nick a county off someone. This isn't looking good, because everywhere for like about 500...
You took Lotharingia.
Yes.
Everyone
thinks I'm terrifying.
I mean, you did just win a war against the Holy Roman Empire.
I did just win a war against the Holy Roman Empire.
Yes, okay, if you go all the way to Karelia.
Karelia. Right, let's see if Suomi... No, Suomi's part of the pact. Right, that's at least like on the same seabed as somewhere where I actually have some stuff. So, that is literally one county. Can we... Let's go for Karelia. Right, so off we go. I know that normally I want you improving international relations, but today I want you fabricating claims.
So I don't know quite how you control this, but I think you should have had a warning about the danger of losing France, which makes me think you may have accidentally suppressed the warning about things being liable to inherit out of your empire.
Let's pause and look at the...
So I don't know if it comes from the message settings or somewhere else. Don't think it's there then. As in, it should appear as an alert at the top of the screen.
Yes.
So if you right-click on one of the alerts at the top of the screen... No, the alert at the top of the screen, not the side. Because that, I think there's a mechanism...
It's a mechanism.
So that just dismisses... So, okay, how do we re-enable one of those? Because I think you may have accidentally disabled the one that would have told you.
I don't think I've done it in this game, though.
Yes, but that may be a global setting, like the message settings are.
It's possible. Ooh, hang on, people are leaving the defensive pact against me. Let's go and have a look.
They are.
Yes.
They're probably distant and boring, but...
Well, Earl of Kildare has left, but I don't have a casus belli against him. And I can't fish my guy out of Karelia for like 6 months now. Right. The King of Aragon has left the defensive pact, and I don't have a casus belli. I suspect this will be people that haven't got... Well, I mean, I could try and invade Syria, but sadly... No.
Rather a long way off.
Oh, hush. King of Norway has left. I do have a casus belli against him, But that is all. So there's a de jure claim on thingy. I can claim a duchy on behalf of a steward that I haven't landed. So, like, okay,
One county is
Chale-wise is... Yeah, but not for me.
yes.
You know, if I'm going after single counties, I want to go after them for me because I need them to try and get back, get either or both of Valencia or Aquitaine.
But that, if you have nothing else to do...
It's true.
I mean, admittedly, I would go after Munster before I went after...
Yes, I think I would go after Munster first.
after Pharaohs.
Yes. So let's just check. What was our casus belli? Our casus belli was claim Munster on behalf of an earl.
Yes.
Right, that should work.
Oh yes, that's your ally.
I'm not going to bother to call him in for Munster. Well, certainly not at the moment. Right, so let's zoom in again and actually try and find where the hell Munster is. Now let's...
Right, I can tell you how to restore disabled alerts.
Right, okay, yes.
Open the outliner category configuration, which consists of a bunch of horizontal lines with ticks at the ends, which I suspect is in the outliner on the right, which is the weird thing that pops out when you wave at it.
Yes.
Find the box that says disabled alerts. Turn it on temporarily.
Yep.
Now open it, close that and open the outliner again. And you have three alerts that are currently disabled, it looks like. Click on the alerts to restore them.
Yeah.
So I would turn all of them on until then you can turn them off again when they turn out to be a mistake.
Hang on.
And now you can turn that thing in the...
I can try and turn that thing off again. Right, anyway.
And now you have indeed gained an alert.
Hooray.
So we could investigate these.
Well.
Or you can deal with the war in Munster first.
I'm going to deal with the war in Munster because I'm in the middle of a war in Munster. Or rather, I need to be in the middle of a war in Munster. So... Right. So... Let's just go look how big Munster is. Okay, so...
That's one well-chosen vassal. Yes, so that army isn't quite big enough, I think.
Yes. So let's...
Oh, but those two together...
Yes. Let's march you over there. And then let us perform the gluing of them together. And I can always ship some in from elsewhere.
I'm slightly confused about all this war on the Munsters.
It is now called Munster rather than Mumu, which it was for ages. We've presumably hit some crucial thing.
Beatron, if she wishes to see Beatron.
So,
Hello, Claire. Can you see me? Right. 6 complete. I can hear you.
but you're now also on the stream feed. So beware, Claire, you are on the stream feed. You are live on the stream feed as well.
It's large. Aww. Hang on, one other thing though. While this is enormously large, this
So
is
let's-
flat fat. It's about this big.
Unfortunately, I didn't
There you
get
go, I
out of
couldn't
there
see
in
a large
time.
thing.
Let's also try and
How's all? Hello.
get you not to do that. Fine. We'll
Anyway,
stop.
back to IRC. Bye bye.
Come on, get in there.
They were unfortunately 2 counties away.
No, they were in Meath. They shouldn't have been.
I think no.
Oh, that's one county. Right, still that army is a lot better equipped and whatnotted.
I'm now wondering what happens if you cancel the birth of your child.
I'm not going. It'll just.
Even if you've edited the name, you get the default.
Yes. So, what am I going to get?
Then the child may then grow up outside the right religion.
I don't think that happens.
So.
I think you've already got a Brock, haven't you? Yes.
Yeah.
Otto,
Ottor should
something
be.
like that.
Yes. Fine. Right. Let's unpause and let little Ottor be little Ottor.
So the Otto.
We've gone all Anglo-Saxon, you see.
Yes. The things started in the direction of converting Britain to being Norman or even English, and then one of the emperors was tutored by a particularly diligent Anglo-Saxon who turned Anglo-Saxon.
Yes.
I assume that it's quite a challenge if you actually want to cause the course of history in this game to look something like the course of history.
Yes. Well, I mean, we started off quite close to the course of history, except that it wasn't William Rufus that succeeded William the Conqueror, and we ran rapidly through 2 of William's other children before we stopped on Cecilia, who, of course, should have been in a monastery in Normandy.
Maybe she didn't like it there.
Yes.
It's possible.
And who instead, became Queen of England. Did she make Empress? No, I think Emperor.
No, Cecilia, I think, made Empress because we were racing against her death, if you recall, to see whether we could do anything.
Yes, because there was a danger that yes, she got it by virtue of running it. Yes, she ran a crusade and founded an empire, and still her nickname was the Old. Yeah. Hubert has done rather better for the games.
It's true. I mean, Sword of the Blessed Virgin is, I think, the best one I've had across all my games. I'm quite pleased with that one.
Not so much a nickname, though, is it? I mean, it kind of goes on for a while.
Yes.
Well, title then, but right, sieging is boring. Let's take things a bit faster. My Welsh army appears to have completely
evaporated.
Yeah. Right, I think my plan is to besiege Waterford. Let's just see. Oh, okay. They're not besieging me anymore. Fine. I don't know where you're going. Right, so people have left the defensive pact. People have joined the defensive pact. Make up your minds where you're going, people. Go away. Look, I know what I'm doing. I've got about infinity more vassals I can throw at this wall. You daft dialogue box. Speaking of which. Right, let's try not to make Brock deceitful. He is, I think, after all, currently my heir. What is going on there? There's a Welsh revolt. Okay. Super. Yes. So it's alright. I'm just seeing if I can raise slightly more people without raising that wasn't actually what I intended. Fine. Off we go. Let's try reading the book I am currently an ignorant stoat of some sort. Right, let's go falconing instead. Where are you going? You weirdos. If I'd known it was going to raise that many people, I would just have cracked and raised it in, Bristol and shipped them across the sea, because it would have been quicker.
Well, I mean, yes, England is quite large, so
Yes.
you should expect to raise a lot of big troops when you raise England. So
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking that I'd raise like 13,000 just from like Oxfordshire, given my total.
No, you didn't. You raised England's army. When you raise troops in a realm, you raise all of the troops provided by that vassal.
Oh, and that was still like presumably
And Oxford is part of England, so you get the entire Kingdom of England army. Or rather, your entire portion of the Kingdom of England army. Obviously, the King of England keeps quite a lot of it for himself.
Yes.
Actually, strictly, I think he gets a second copy of it. But I think this strictly means that you could raise 1.5 times the total size of the army by you raising it and the king raising it. Because the fact that you've swiped some of them doesn't actually reduce how much he can raise, I think.
I'm not actually sure there's such a thing as fractional reserve recruitment.
But you might not think that.
And yet, right, are we somewhere? Can we assault it? Yes, and yes, we can. Good luck with getting somewhere you can besiege and then besieging it faster than I can assault all your holdings. But
So you might want to see if there's anywhere else that's come out of the defensive pact before you actually, or at least around when you finish the war, before everyone rejoins it again, that you have a claim against.
defensive pact.
Because it looked like there were a bunch of Irish names in the list. So,
I think basically everyone has. I bet that's because I don't have. Yeah, it's because I don't have a case of belli. Let's also go check. Do I have? Oh, okay, they're in the defensive pact. So, right, let's just release the peace order. Release the peace order. Enforce our demands. Glue and dismiss. Right.
Is it case of belli actually required by the game?
Yes. No, you have to.
Required. You can't start a war without one, and you won't get anything by marching armies around without having a war going on.
Yes.
So I think there may be an implicit: your armies won't fight people without a casus belli.
You aren't allowed to just say, right, the gloves come off, I'm actually completely evil and I'm going to invade you for the hell of it.
Yes, I mean, I'm not sure it's ever stated that the problem is that your armies won't do anything, but they won't. So.
Right, so that's not a problem. That's heir of the County of Essex is the Earl of Argyll, which, even if that's...
and is the Earl of Argyll currently your vassal?
He's currently vassal to the Duke of Albany.
Who is indeed, yes,
vassal to the King of Scotland, who is... Yeah, so that's not a problem. Not sure why that will go out of the thing. It looks... Okay. Right,
So I wonder if dismiss for now means that it'll come back when a new thing appears in it.
It should hopefully do that. Let's just check.
How did Norway get Pharaoh back?
I suspect that might have been. And Norway is currently part of the Defensive Pact. Holstein is part of the Holy Roman Empire, and I don't think it's quite worth going to war with the Holy Roman Empire for a county.
It was an expensive war.
It wasn't expensive.
Taking the whole of Northumbria off.
Yes. And frankly, it was hilarious. And also, I could. Let's just see. 1% chance of imprisoning Abelard. Let's not do it.
I mean, the point of doing that would be to get him to rebel, so that you can then beat him in a war and then revoke one of his titles for rebelling against you, for refusing to be imprisoned.
Yeah, but I mean, at the moment,
on reasonably good terms with Abelard.
Yes.
So.
I'm just seeing if there's anything good that I can get. And basically everyone is unlanded anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Toulouse might be worthwhile.
Right, so none of that's very worthwhile. Let's unpause. Okay.
It's the beginning, the first of the remaining two counties of Scotland gone.
Yes. Yes, we won a war in Scotland. Right, so how are we doing? And there also appears to be the Welsh Revolt is doing that. Oh dear God, my wife is pregnant again. Right, so let's sit back to the sensible title.
Oh, that's the dangerous one, I think. I'm not sure. Oh, I think that may merely mean, you've gained a new barony, and because of Gavelkind, the baronies will get shared out. So I don't think that's actually a serious problem.
Let's try dismiss for now.
Yeah, I think so.
And see if that works. Okay, we've finished building a castle in Middlesex.
That was the construction of Staines, which
yes,
become
of
Baron of
course.
Staines. But
Yes.
if you have more than one
Because I have
heir,
infinite children, right, so
then another one of them will get...
that's inching its way along, yes, so right, we're still plugging away on Westminster. Let's upgrade the Barony of Staines, right, let's build some castle walls. I will see if there's
I don't know what those do. Those increase the number of resource cards in health.
state. So do I want to build a militia training ground?
Let's just try.
I mean, it's not technically in my thing, my holding, but
it's one very close, because it's in the
Yes.
same county as your capital. It's one that will have a very large, a relatively large proportion of its levy available to you, because you get like 75% of the maximum if it's in the same county, and 50% if it's in the same duchy, and less if it's in the same.
let's upgrade Tottenham a bit now that it's back in my empire. Damn it. Right, that is expensive, but probably worth it because I am really quite short of technology. Right, okay. Well, that's caused some of my money to go away. In a good cause. Right, technology, can we do anything? Castle infrastructure, not yet. I can get improved cities and temples, which does unlock monastic schools, so let's do that. Right, everything else can wait. You're joining the pact, you're joining the pact. Right, I need to wait for the next round of everyone leaving the pact, and maybe also for my Chancellor to have bribed some people so that I can do the thing. Yes, so I think obviously my first target, if I get spare counties, is Valencia. I don't really know how you pronounce it in French. And Aquitaine. Oh, damn it. There's someone who's got a claim on the Kingdom of Swabia.
Yes.
And I don't have a spare county to give them.
Technically, for this job, you only need to give them a barony.
Let's go look.
So, if you really want it. So, this is the Holy Roman Empire again.
It is the Holy Roman Empire again. Oh, it's Truce Breaker. No, let's not do it.
Yes, also you do have a truce. I mean, if you were willing to break truces, break the truce with Valencia and get those 3 counties your own.
Yeah, but no. Truce Breaker is such a huge penalty.
The Holy Roman Empire is safe from your predations for now.
Well, for like another
Twisted truce breaker.
N years.
I'm a truce breaker. Twisted truce breaker. It's true. That's kind.
So I've got like 9 years before I can go to war with Valencia, and 8 years before I can go to war with the Holy Roman Empire. And I can't go to war with Count Thingy the Young, but I think he's now my vassal anyway. At some point I would like to go to a bit more war in Ireland, because eventually I might manage to get enough counties in there to declare the Kingdom of Ireland. And cause my vassals to have, little heart attacks as they try and struggle their way around. Okay. Denmark is fine. Denmark is mine. That's alright.
Yes, I think that's just Denmark expanding.
Or rationalising. Yeah, so there's Denmark. Who have I oh yes, I put in some random
Sneeze.
Right, not going to piss off. Oh dear, oh well.
Proud isn't particularly harmful, I don't think. Well, you can mouse over it and find out what its immediate consequences are. More prestige.
I think it does give you the proud versus humble thing. So, that can adversely affect. So what have I got? I'm kind, I'm zealous. That's lustful, I'm just. Oh, that's scales, right. I'm ambitious, honest, temperate. A crusader. Rah. Left-handed. Desert. Yes, I made myself a desert expert when we were fighting the Crusades in the Arabian Peninsula. Battlefield terrain master and brilliant strategist. Yes, go me. How threatening am I? 87.7% threatening. Yes, so do not attack people in defensive pacts is the moral of this story.
And a lot of people.
87% threatening means you're what? Dangerous but not deadly?
Well, not really. More people are joining the defensive pact. Raiders in Bath. How many?
Why do they always come ashore in Bath?
I don't know.
I mean, you can now just raise a 13,000 strong army in Bath. I think. Right. I mean, they are horrifically. Okay, that works very badly. It turns out.
Right.
They have 0. Let's not do that ever again.
Let's not do that ever again.
New useful knowledge.
Yeah.
Belette.
Yes. Right.
Yes, because of course, if you raise them there, they are immediately horrifically unready to actually get into a fight.
Right. Okay. They appear to have completely vanished.
Oh well.
Right. Let's raise the armies of Scotland.
I think with decent commanders, that should be just about enough.
Stick some whatnots in charge. Zip over there.
If you get their morale up, don't send them in.
Oh yeah, hang on, right, let's...
Reasonably far.
Is that
also
march over there. Excuse me, let's try and find someone who is not completely bloody hopeless. Sit there and wait for a bit while morale improves, and
So, what has that done to your levy availability? If you go to the military tab, right, that hasn't wiped out the English army, I don't think.
no, it's just done something a bit weird. Right, let's appoint you as a commander. I think that's morale enough to go and march into thingy.
They may be buggering off.
It's possible they may be buggering off. Where are they buggering off to? They're buggering back off to sea, right? Oh,
They've
that's...
finished whatever raiding they were going to do. Oh, they did manage to bugger off.
Rather, I think it's
It's
the
true.
car, so I asked, told me. I think it currently says never say hair to and spray like a of lava. My suit is the car. I ask, tell me. I think that's what it currently says. Thing is, I did find some ED suffixes.
Oh, someone took a picture of the entire thing.
I know, I'm wondering if I already have a picture of it which shows up whether it's... I might have cheated, I don't know. We'll find out one day.
So they're going back. So they're going off to Gloucester.
But I mean,
Oh no,
maybe
hang
it would
on,
be a
that's...
strange word to include, but
Right, let's...
if there were an ED suffix with a DY suffix, I could put it together, but what?
Zoom out again. And see what happens. La la la. So what's my income? It's a bit low. But I am having the expenditure of building the Great Lighthouse of London, or L'Œil de Londres, as it's called. For some reason. No, I want to click on Middlesex.
You keep clicking on person Middlesex.
Yes. Obviously this is before we changed to being an Anglo-Saxon court.
You can rename the object.
It's true, but you know. Aha, we have built some stuff in Westminster. Right, let's try and keep a float of over 1,000 stuff. 5,000 stuff, I mean. So, I'm reluctant to build that because I don't have. I'm not likely to have culture Norman forever.
Forever, and none of the others is likely to turn up.
Indeed.
It's
So,
a pity because heavy cavalry is good, but
so let's just build ourselves a keep. I think that. No, that is not what I wanted to do. You. Let's upgrade to castle walls 2 in Staines. That will get us some more fort level on that, which will be helpful, and also some more tax. I still don't understand the tax thing in this game at all.
Neil Robertson's just taken a record from Ollie O'Sullivan. There's now just over 10 centuries per frame. What?
So, well, I think I roughly understand how tax works.
Well, I mean, I approximately understand the sort of principles, but how the actual numbers work out, I really don't.
I mean, part of the problem seems to be that the numbers all appear to be wrong. All appear. So I have this suspicion that some of the numbers are per month and some are per year.
That's my first
And
interview
it's not in... Don't say this stuff
It's
on...
just a year at university.
You're on stream. We're on stream, remember.
Shall I kill it? Shall I take that as a yes?
I'm not
No.
taking anything.
Okay. I'm okay with continuing the stream. I'm just saying that maybe you shouldn't say
That's
it.
what it's for.
State. Anyway, so yes, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, some of them are clearly per month and per year, and it's not really clear which is which. Oh, people leaving the defensive pact. Doge of Pisa. Bet I don't have a. Yeah, of course I don't have casus belli against him. La la la. Right. So we've got 10,000 reputation, which is nice. Ooh. I can create a Duchy of Cornwall.
Why? I'm kind of confused as to why that has suddenly become possible.
I think it's because of who's holding it, I suspect.
Oh,
but
did it accidentally become extinct, I wonder?
I think it might have done. Oh, let's create the Duchy of Cornwall. Now let's go and find which vassal is pissed off because he doesn't have the Duchy of Cornwall.
Well, Abelard of Normandy will be pissed off because he thinks it should be his vassal.
That's fine. Let's find someone in. Right. Let's grant that. Let's grant him the landed title of the Duchy of Cornwall, and that's then presumably yeah, that's cheered up Abelard a lot. Isn't that nice? Oh yes, of course that took me under that amount of stuff. Right, that makes sense. Oh, I don't want. I do want intrigue. I'm looking for prisoners. Right, Bishop of Eichstatt. Let's ransom the Bishop of Eichstatt. Right, kindly Emperor Hubert. AKA, we're not going to piss off Emperor Hubert because.
In this case, he's Emperor of England.
Yes.
We have the Empire of England, which spans.
Oh, right, this is our
Yeah.
Yes, someone recently, that was the opening of a letter to him, describing
Yes.
him kindly because, well, he'd just offered to release someone from his dungeon. Seems like the action of a kindly person to me.
In return for some cash. I mean, you know, let's be clear about this.
by the hard bargain legal house.
My Chancellor seems to be finding it quite hard going in Karelia. Karelia, I don't know. Mostly we just have to wait for the defensive pacts to expire and occasionally build some things. Let's take time a little bit faster. Aha, that's the chiefdom. So
that's one county.
That's one county. I think if I leave him there,
he'll continue trying to fabricate the other claims and might, with like if his skill is high enough, it's like about a 1 in 4 chance of of each one turning out to be a duchy claim instead.
Or of course I can shift him between the counties and build up
and get claims on
each county.
That of course, is probably more expensive, but
there's only 3
will actually be
counties.
slightly quicker, I think.
Right.
And will mean that you end up with 3 counties
Titles to Yes.
Oh, yeah, you lost your book.
Hang on, let's just
I'm
check.
running this guy for a laptop. And it's got 2 backup disks. Another front objects. And a pip.
Right, let's invite you to Gort. Roger of Normandy. Oh, he's actually showing some promise at diplomacy. Let's see if we can find him a spare grey eminence, which indeed we can. Right. And you're
Scorpion.
Eleanor of Normandy.
Sinister.
Can we arrange her an interesting thingy?
Silly. I've just put my rucksack on, but I have to take off the coat when I'm ready.
State.
But it doesn't mean I can climb over the scorpion without 2 free hands.
Oops, that probably should have been matrilineal. Never mind. Let's assign her a guardian. Oh yeah, he's my chancellor. Let's go. Right, brilliant. Excellent. Has that given us enough to... Yes, that's got us some more stuff there. Right. Council positions. Appoint court chaplain. Did I just invite someone to court who's the wrong religion? I might have done.
Don't think so.
I think I did.
Oh, Stoke, yes. I carefully checked the obvious candidate was the right religion.
Yeah, well, I was looking for someone with
second candidate.
slightly better attributes. So,
People
good night.
Yeah, and elsewhere.
Okay, fine. Doof. Appoint. Research cultural technology. In Middlesex, probably. Right, so, where are we? Who are we? Whose pig are we? King of Denmark currently quite likes me. Brilliant. Scotland is busy doing its thing. Ooh.
Can't have primogeniture in the Empire at the moment
Yes.
because you need high ground authority for that.
I can go to elective gavel kind or elective. So, oh good lord! So I'd need to get up here.
The Empire currently has minimal crown authority.
Yes.
But since your plan for dealing with the annoyance of Gavelkind mostly involved the application of
Viceroyalties. Yes.
Essentially, the only title you're going to lose on succession is Staines.
Yes. I think that's okay. Don't think that's a big problem. Commanders. Do I have any spare good commanders? Well, let's at least get you doing something. I do now have some spectacular commanders kicking around. Let's just check we don't have any really good claims. There's the Kingdom of Egypt coming up, which would be lovely.
The Kingdom of Egypt is already controlled by your family, at least, I think.
Yeah, but, you know. Right, so I can end my relationship with her. I can stressed.
10% chance of stress, but 25%
5% chance to break it off.
Or
Ending it. I'm going to go for that one. Because she is a genius, and it would be quite nice if we can... Right, someone very boring. Queen of Hungary, alas, I don't have... Oh, let's just check that no one has a claim on the Kingdom of Hungary. No, no one has a claim on the Kingdom of Hungary. How very disappointing, honestly. You have all these vassals. Oh look, there's now another Welsh revolt. Fine. Well, something's happened in France.
oh. Right.
So there's
the
France.
Kingdom of France has now split off from the Kingdom of Valencia again.
So there's... Ah, right. So there's France and the Valencian revolt. So...
Oh, right. Oh, what?
So what? Who? So
that's
he's
Italy,
King of France.
France, Valencia, and Leon. Okay, and the
Yes.
Green is actually
The
a revolt
against that.
that, and he has switched his primary title to France.
Yes. So do I have any claims against the Valencian revolt? Because they're not currently in a pact against me. Right. So I will end to, and of course, right. Hang on. What I'm coming up here is to check any pacts and the size of his army. Right, so let's see, what can we declare war for? Actually worth doing it for? No.
They're all unlanded and none of them is you.
Yes.
Sadly,
My
your
bits are
useful
all in
claims are apparently
France.
still in France.
Yes. Ah, good. We've built castle walls in Staines. Good people. Right, so... You've left the defensive pact, the Serene Doge of Pisa. And of course I do not have a casus belli. Okay. I'm not even sure where you are.
Quite a long way east.
Yes. But anyway, it means people a long way away are coming out of the defensive pact, which is good. I think that works out. So, just as a general rule, how are my vassal levies coming along? Okay. Could be better. Can't really do much about it until I get my Chancellor back from fabricating claims on random bits of Karelia.
You have a new action which is probably to send someone into hiding.
Or even my heir. I don't care. Right, family. What have I got? I've got... Oh, yeah. Poor old Princess Weasel. So, actually, let's just have a brief look. Let's let time tick of how Brock is turning out. So, he's 10. He's got some pretty good diplomacy. I'm currently bringing him up, but which is going to give him some good martial stuff. Right. He loses prestige, I gain piety. Who is Gavroche? My marshal. Let's lose 10 piety and try and keep. Are you trying to kill your way through like all of my children so that you can inherit? I mean, like,
I kind of feel that you might want to put a stop to that.
hang on, I might be able to. Let's ask him to end the plot. so much better when Spymaster, your Spymaster is busy finding stuff out for you. And not having to go and suppress everything. It does work much better with Vice royalties. So we're getting to the point where we can start to build things in. That's still... Right, that's Middlesex. I'm not ambitious anymore. I'm not the best emperor ever. I mean,
there's the Holy Roman Empire just next
door. And Charlemagne,
Well, I would keep the relationship in a desperate attempt to get some children out of it, and this time try to find a way to actually get officially involved.
Mine, yes. I mean, I have enough piety to sustain it, and I haven't been excommunicated for at least a couple of decades. That's a point. When can we next go on crusade? 1164. So I've got a while to go. Might be lucky to get another crusade in before I get too old and infirm to crusade. But look at my personal wombat skill. I mean, isn't it fantastic? All of that stuff. Scottish, Welsh, de jure, war over Gowrie. Okay, you do you funky little vassals. I'll go plotting to find ways to get more counties to give out to... so what have I got a claim on? Chiefdom of Vienna.
Yes, that was the one your thing just got.
Vermin, those are the three things.
Counties.
Kingdom of Scotland and Kingdom of England.
You claim the kingdoms of Scotland and England if you happen to feel like it.
Yes, well I might wait until the King of Scotland is pissing me off again. Wolflad of England, jolly good. She's my daughter. Let's arrange a betrothal. Let's try and make it matrilineal. Go on, let's make it a Prince of Swabia. So she's generally all round quite good. Let's assign her a guardian. Let's see, can we... Let's try that. I might become chaste. 30% thing. I think let's go for the middle one. It's probably the least terrible. Yes, I'm trying to arrange that I don't end up with marriage ties too closely to the Holy Roman Empire, because I don't want to not be able to go to war with them at the moment. Obviously this may change. Wow, I should give my Spymaster a raise or something. Can't do anything with any of this stuff yet, but while I'm saving up enough money to build universities and things. Danish Holy War for somewhere has ended with white peace. I'm not meant to join the defensive pact. Look how unthreatened I am. I'm under 80% threat now. And I've still got some truces that will notify me when I'm expiring them. Known as the Unchaste. Okay, what's he been doing?
Possibly, if you choose relations, you might get an idea.
Well, that's true.
No, that's all perfectly normal.
Yeah.
be leading troops in Corsica. What is she up to?
Probably an unholy war. I mean, okay, so Weasel is now of legal age. Let's marry her off. Is matrilineal, isn't it? Right, in the end we've parted as friends. I can go into hiding. I think it's nearly 11:30. I think it is time to save Mostote for the evening. No, I don't want to open the Chronicle. I wish to save Mostote and say good night. Eventually I will find